Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with G, and this week's hashtag 24 weeks till Christmas collab. You may recall back in August I did a mummy wine glass holder. I'll insert a picture here. And during that video, well not during, in the comments of that video I was challenged by the lovely Irene Payton to do a snowman version. So this is that video. So I have the same type of wine glasses. Now Poundland doesn't do these anymore because this is their summer range, but like I said in that video, you don't have to buy a wine glass for this craft. You could use an old wine glass you have at home. You could probably find one in a thrift store, a charity shop. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to spray paint from about there upwards black, because that will be the bit where I have the candle holder itself. But the bowl or the body of the glass, I'm going to use my white gesso. We are going to be using some Snowtex in this craft. We're also going to be using some air dry clay in this glass. So the reason why I am dabbing and painting the bowl of this wine glass is to give the Snowtex something to hold on to, because the glass surface is quite slick and it doesn't tend to like to hold on to slick surfaces. So I'm going to give this a couple of coats using the white gesso, and I will spray paint the top, and then we will move on to the Snowtex portion and eventually the air dry clay portion. So this is going to be a snowman glass, but with a difference, because a lot of the glasses I've seen online, they're just painted, where I'm not going down that route at all. So challenge accepted, Irene. I'll see you in a second. Okay crafters, so my base is now spray painted with the black spray paint from Poundland, and now we are going to get all messy again, and we are going to put, and if you don't have Snowtex you can get from Amazon, Hobbycraft do it near Christmas. I think you're probably seeing this video in October. The day I record this, we're still in September. Making sure not to go too far over the edge of the cup there, edge of the glass. And you wouldn't have to use Snowtex, you could use some air dry clay and cover it with air dry clay and peak it so it looks like snow, or you could just do the paint. But I want to make this quite substantial, and I'm just going to tap it to give it some peaks so it looks like more like falling snow. Now this is going to take a good 24 hours to dry, so I need to leave this to one side, and then once it's dry I'm going to cover it with the iridescent glitter glue, and then we'll move on to the eyes and the nose. I was thinking about using a faux polystyrene carrot for the nose. So I'm wondering if I should do that now and submerge it into the no, I'm going to do it afterwards because I can just hot glue it on. So I need to let that dry now for 24 hours, crafters, and then we'll move on to the snowman hat. See you in a bit. Okay, crafters, this is almost dry, not quite dry, but I am going to move on. I don't know if you can see just here, I've balled up 2 pieces of snow text that I want to use for the snowman's eyes. I've got some air dry clay here. I'll have this link below because I get it from Amazon. I think it's less than £4 and it's 500 grams, which I think is great value for money. Now I'm not going to be rolling the clay out or anything, but I do want to create a hat on here for my snowman. So I don't want this to go all the way to the top. I want some of the top to be still there, if that makes sense. I'll tell you what I do need. I need to go and get some water so I can blend this together. Let me go and get some water, crafters, and I'll be right with you. Now I'm not a big user of clay, so this is kind of new for me. I am going to build his hat under here. I do want his hat to be kind of tapered, so it goes wider at the top but smaller at the base. And obviously I need to put a rim on the hat. When I decided to do the snow text and the air dry clay route, I was actually quite excited to get this started. So waiting for it to dry has been quite difficult. I just wanted to crack on. Now unfortunately this is going to be quite difficult to show on camera, but I will do my best. I think I may have to I may need to roll this out, and I wonder if I've got any round cookie cutters. I don't think I have, because I need to be able to build a rim, but I want the rim to look half decent. Let me move this tray out of the way and I can clean my work surface off, so I'm not too bothered about that. Say it's not quite dry, but I really wanted to get on and get this done. It's terrible when you're just too eager to get something done. Right, so I want it to be fatter at the top, so let's continue to build this up at the top. So it's going to be difficult to show what I'm doing, but I'm just using my hands to mold it. I'm not looking for perfection, guys, not by any, kind of almost primitive in a way, I guess you could maybe call it, or you know, like a rustic. So I'm just using my hand here just to get the top of the hat, and then I'm squeezing the clay that's underneath. I really should have been more patient. Right, Croft, I'm just going to go and wash my hands quickly. And like I was saying, crafters, you wouldn't have to use a Snowtex if you wanted to go down the air dry clay route. You could buy a couple of packs of this air dry clay. You could cover the base like I covered the base with this Snowtex, but with air dry clay, and give it the texture. Just do what's best for you. Okay, and I need to take some of this clay out. And I need to make the rim. So I think what I'm going to do, I need to get a roller. You see, I had a lot of tools and then I ended up giving them away because I wasn't using, as I was saying before, my battery died. I had some tools for clay work, but as I wasn't using them, I got rid of them, and maybe I shouldn't have done. But the only problem is, you know, when you're a craft room and you've got limited space, you've got to start to minimize what you can keep, because you can't keep everything. Right, I'm going to use my my Arlen's tacky glue just to roll this out. I know it's not ideal, but you know, needs must. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it the same length as my ruler, or same width I should say. Using my craft knife. Obviously I will clean all these tools afterwards. And I'm going to attempt to use this as the rim for my hat. Cut another piece just to do this back bit here, but using water to smooth them together. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay. Let's bring this over again. Don't need much to go around the back there, I don't think. Let's see if I can make this work. Again, making sure that I blend the two pieces together. I apologise if you can't see much, crafters, but I don't think, unless I have different camera angles recording at the same time, there's not much I can do. But I will try and lift it up. So I'm just trying to blend the two pieces together. Because we need them to be as almost as seamless as possible, so they look like one piece. And I think I'm going to put some peaks in my hat, and why not? Let's work on this hat a bit more. I need to now, there we go, crafters, so it looks like I have got a faux carrot here, which I'll cut up for the nose, and I've got my Snowtex eyeballs drying, so I need to leave this now to dry, and I think I am just going to leave this now for 24 hours to let everything dry properly, and then we'll get on to the painting and the decorating and so forth. So this is what it currently looks like, and it's quite sturdy, it's quite heavy, it's got some nice weight to it. Okay, crafters, the part of me painting my little what are going to be coal, which is just rolled up Snowtex, and me applying the nose with Snowtex, my camera didn't record for some reason. So I'm going to give this, it's late in the night of the day that I was doing this, and it's dried enough for me to give it its first coat. So I'm going to give this its first coat, and then when I wake up in the morning it would have had a good probably 16 hours to dry, and then I will give it another coat. So the next time you see me, this will have had 2 coats of the black gesso. Now you can use black acrylic, but I really do like this gesso. Okay, crafters, so that hat has had 2 coats, and now I was thinking about gluing these on, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Snowtex itself, and I'm going to put Snowtex on the back, and I'm going to squish these in, and then I'll be able to touch them up once they dry, because obviously they will probably get a bit of a white on the front. So I will touch them up so they actually look like pieces of coal. And then for the mouth, I was debating whether I should make small ones for the mouth, but then I thought, oh, it's just a lot of hard work. So what I might do is use the back end of a paintbrush and just do dots, but we'll get to that. Okay, crafter, so I'm going to do some touching up. So I've got some of the black on his eyes that I need to touch up, where the Snowtex is peering through. I think I'm just going to paint on his smile using probably this paintbrush that I'm using now. So I need to add some rosy cheeks. And you know, crafters, I don't have any pink paint, so I'm going to use this Dovecraft 3D Pearl effect. I'm going to squeeze some of that out, and I've got a dabber sponge here, and I'm just going to dab this on to give our snowman some rosy cheeks. And then of course I need to give some sparkle to the hat, so moving over to our iridescent glitter glue. Let's try and do his, I want to give him a smiley face. So I'm hoping my hand is going to be, I want to put the creases here. And give him a big smiley face. If this doesn't work, or if it looks odd, I will paint over it. That looks awful. Crafters, that looks absolutely awful. I need to do that. I need to do something else with his smile. I need to cover that. I need to let that dry, and then I need to cover it over because I do not like it. Okay, we need to cover this because I'm not happy with that at all. Okay, crafters. It's a bit grey, but I will probably add some more Snowtex after. So I'm going to use the back end of my paintbrush, and I'm going to do what I probably should have done in the first place, and that's that. Now that I'm much more happy with. I don't know why I thought I would do a nice big smile, because it just looks a bit creepy, but hey ho. Okay, so let's move these to one side. Okay, let's bring over some ribbon for the hat. I have my hot glue gun on. So this is some red and white gingham ribbon. So we have that on there like that. Now let's think about some decorating. I want to add some red pip berries. I think I'm just going to wrap this round, loosely wrap it round. some greenery here. Couple of pine cones. And I think we'll call that done, crafters. So there we go. I will, once this is dry, I will cover it again with the iridescent glue, and I'll have some pictures at the end. So thank you very much for joining me. I think, do I want to put a little white dot for his eyes? I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know when to stop. But thank you very much for joining me with this craft, and I'll see you again very soon. Stay well and stay safe, everyone.